Good evening, good evening, good evening. I am back with another episode. Thank y'all. No, afternoon, my bad. Afternoon. Good afternoon. I am back with another episode. Thank y'all for tuning in. Today is still Wednesday, August 28th, 2024. And I want to go, y'all might call this a conspiracy theory, or I might be far out there like Big War. You went out there on the deep end this time, didn't you? Some of y'all might say that. But I'm anxious to hear your opinions about what I'm about to talk about. Now, somewhere in the good book, it says, the wages of sin is death. The wages of sin is death. And as we all know, this day and time we're living in, it's a lot of sinning going on. So is it possible that mankind is sinning itself into extinction, into death, to where at some point in time, mankind would no longer exist because of actions that we've done? Not God came back and destroyed the earth, nothing like that. Let's say, for instance, hold on, y'all. Let's just say, for instance, the way we've been living over the past few centuries, or especially the past few decades, things that we have been doing as man, as humans, that are against the laws of life, that are against preservation, that are against what it takes for your species to continue to survive. What if mankind, which is us, have been living a lifestyle, accepting a lifestyle that would not allow us to continue to survive, say, another 100 years, if we keep on the pace that we're on? Say, for instance, for example, we got women out here nowadays voting solely on the purpose of being able to continue to have abortions, to get rid of their unborn child. That's a form of ending humanity. Another one, example, men marrying men, women marrying women, men having sex with men, women having sex with women, therefore no reproduction. So there's two ways that we hindering mankind from continuing. Over a period of time, evolution will kick in to where we no longer exist. We've lived a lifestyle that is detrimental to the survival of the human species, of the human race. What you talking about, Big Boy? I'm glad you asked. Let me read y'all this article, these stats right here. I've been doing some research about what I'm thinking about. That there will come a time where we won't have any more babies. I ain't saying people won't have babies. What I'm saying, everybody will be grown. There won't be any more infants, any more 8-month-old babies, 7-month-olds, a year old. Won't be any more. If we keep going at the pace and at the rate that we're going, mankind will die off. Because we will be getting older and older without reproducing, without regenerating, without bringing in the new generation to replace the old generation. At some point in time, if we keep going like we're going, we won't have any babies. We'll have all adults. And as those adults get older and die off, then the next group of adults follow behind them and die off, so forth and so on, until mankind no longer exists. I know that sounds far-fetched, but listen, it's already happening. We're already trending in that direction. There's been plenty of other species, one form or another, that is extinct, that no longer is alive on this planet. What makes you think it can't happen to us? Hold on, y'all. Now check this out. The U.S. birth rate has been declining since 2007. And in 2023, it reached an all-time low. According to the CDC, the birth rate decreased by 3% from 2022 to 2023. That's 1 year. A 3% decrease, which is a lot for 1 year. With 3,591,328 births recorded in 2023. Only 3 million people were born in 2023 out of 400-some million people in America. This is the second year in a row that the birth rate has declined. The birth rate has been below replacement level. Let me repeat that. The birth rate has been below replacement level since 1971, which means the fertility rate needed for one generation to replace itself the birth rate has been below replacement level since 1971, which is the fertility rate needed for one generation to replace itself. In other words, we're not having enough babies for whatever reason. I'm gonna get into that. We're not reproducing fast enough for the human species, the human race, to continue to survive another couple hundred years. We're not reproducing fast enough. We're not keeping up with the rate at which people are dying. We're not bringing in new life. Through abortion, infant mortality, where the baby just, even if you ain't trying to kill the baby dying, people choosing not to even have kids. Homosexuality is at an all-time high. It's on the rise. No reproduction coming out of that. Hold on, y'all, again. So eventually, we will evolve to a point to where we no longer exist because we didn't do what was necessary to carry on the human species, which is reproduce at a faster rate than you're dying. If you die at a faster rate than you replace, you will eventually evolve into extinction. Evolution don't happen right before your eyes. It happen over a period of time. You don't even see it happening. It'll just get to a certain point to where there would be no more babies on the planet. We would have gotten to a point to where the amount of babies being born will be so low that where it won't be enough to replenish the human species. It's just a theory. The birth rate has been below replacement level since 1971. This is 2024, which is the fertility rate needed for one generation to replace itself. Over time, generations are falling off. The numbers are falling off to where eventually won't be enough people to keep going. Some factors that may contribute to the decline is social and economic issues. In other words, people broke, not having enough money, don't want to start a family, can't afford a family, don't want to have kids. So therefore, that's one factor that keeps you from having kids. Keep children from being born. Can't afford them. Cost of living too high. Women may be having fewer children later in life due to ongoing social and economic issues. What I just said. Aging population. People choosing not to have kids when they're young, then by the time they look up, they're too old to have kids. Putting a career first, all that type stuff. So by the time they got their career started and time and sped up on them and slipped by, well, damn, I'm 40 with no kids. I didn't have my first child, I was 40. But I'm a man, I can do that, if women can't. Aging population, low fertility rate can lead to an aging population which may have fewer workers per capita, because as you get older, there's less workers. You don't work more as you get older, even though we're doing it, you ain't supposed to. An impact on economic growth. Then you got the gender wars. Men against women, women against men. We don't want to have relationships anymore. We can't get married, none of that. Women don't trust men don't trust women, so we're not having relationships. We're not having normal interactions with each other, men and women, therefore we ain't gonna have no kids. Who gonna wanna have a kid by somebody they can't stand? Somebody they're just sleeping with. It had happened in the past, but we're cutting back on that. Less and less people are having kids by people they're not, just accidental, not in a relationship with. And if you do get pregnant nowadays, they're getting rid of it. They're not having a baby. And last but not least, as I said earlier, the rising population of gay people. Not knocking gay people. My point is, they're not having babies. If they have babies, they're adopting them or doing something. And what are they going to adopt if the straight people ain't having kids? Because the straight people can't get along. The straight people don't like each other. The men and women don't want to interact with each other. So the gay people ain't going to have kids either. Because most gay people are adopting kids. They are adopting kids from people that are straight. Unless they go do the artificial thing without them. Even if they're doing it artificially, the gay people, they ain't doing it at a fast enough rate to keep mankind, the human species, from going extinct. What I'm telling y'all, mankind, we may not see it in our lifetime. Damn, it's thunder. We may not see it in our lifetime, but mankind is headed for extinction. Now the Bible speaks of the last days, the Bible speaks of the world coming to an end. Could that be literally what it's talking about? The fact that we've been going against God's commandments, we've been going against God's desires for so long that we're going to eventually sin ourselves into extinction. We're going to go against God for so long that we're going to be extinct. Not because he came and shot lightning bolts off the sky, but because of a period of time of disobeying his commandments, the time came where we no longer existed. Any species cannot continue if the babies don't keep up with the rate of the people that are dying. That's an animal, any extinct animal that's extinct now, they wasn't having enough babies to keep up with the amount that were dying. Let's just say the dodo bird. The dodo bird was dying at a faster rate than they were being born. Y'all get that? So over a period of time, it didn't happen overnight. Over a period of time, the dodo bird no longer exists because they died faster than they were reproducing. But right now, according to these statistics, mankind, human beings, are dying at a faster rate than we are being born. We are dying at a faster rate than we are reproducing. We're dying at a younger age from all types of sicknesses and diseases. And last but not least, we're having babies. We're killing them. Or we're so unhealthy, so many toxins, the food we're eating is poison, we're having a high immortality rate, whatever you call it, where the babies don't live. Miscarriages, what have you. The healthcare system over here in the world, we're having higher rates of babies dying at birth or dying in the womb. It ain't just abortions. It's women that want to have their kids that can't have them for different reasons. More and more miscarriages. More and more, I forgot the name of it, the baby just don't go full term. Sooner or later, one way or another, mankind will cease to exist. Hold on, y'all. Now, I think I'll be All right, for a few more minutes, sitting right here. It's raining, so they ain't gonna move. Let's talk about this abortion thing going on right now. The big issue with abortion. What could possibly really be going on? That is not a religious aspect where they're coming from. See, this information I just read y'all is not made up. This scientific, these are studies, documented proof that mankind is becoming extinct. Could the big push now, they're going through all types of trouble. They did the thing with the Supreme Court, in other words, could they be trying to ban abortion? Well, it's already banned, but they're trying to get rid of abortion. Could it be? It's just a theory of mine. They cracking down so hard on abortion now is because they know these numbers. The scientists and whoever else, politicians, whoever, they got together behind the scenes and say, look, if we go on at the pace we're going, mankind would no longer exist. Black, white, Chinese, it don't matter. We would no longer exist if we keep up the pace where we at now. Every other species of animal or life that is extinct now, that no longer lives, that once lived, the same way they became extinct, it's the same way we're doing now as humans. I know it sounds crazy, might sound far-fetched, or Big War, you tripping. Okay. Why do those people care so much? I ain't talking about the religious folk. They believe, it's God's commandment. I'm talking about the people we know they ain't religious. They don't care nothing about God, probably don't even believe in God. Why do they care so much about stopping abortions? The scientists, not the religious people. The religious people are doing it for God. God says it's a sin. But it ain't just religious people that are coming against abortion. Could it be? These people know that if we keep on at the pace we're going, we're going to evolve into extinction. We're going the way of the dodo bird. Extinct. We're dying. I didn't make these numbers up. You're going to look them up for yourself. We're dying at a faster pace than we're being born. We're not reproducing fast enough to keep the human race going over how many years. Evolution is a slow process. It don't happen right before your eyes, but it happens slowly. Over a period of time, mankind, if we keep going like we're going, whether it be through abortion, whether it be through just kids just dying from malnutrition of the mother, diseases, homosexuality, gender wars. Men and women don't want to get married, don't want to be in a relationship, bickering amongst each other. Women hate men, men hate women, so therefore, where the baby's gonna come from? And if a woman get pregnant by a man she can't stand, guess what she gonna do? Abortion. So, it ain't gonna be a whole lot, not saying it ain't gonna be none, there ain't gonna be a whole lot of babies being born from just one night stands, with abortion being legal. That's why they're trying to get rid of abortion. So you get pregnant, you gotta have it. Cause they know the traditional way of having a family, husband, wife, 4 kids and a picket fence and a dog named Spot, them days over with. Them days over. So we keep going like we going now. Armageddon. But it won't be a war like you think. The end of the world won't come like we've been thinking, looking for a dragon or the beast, and the Bible say this, and fire and brim. It'll be just the fact that we're slowly dying off and not being replaced. Just something to think about. Y'all think about it. Could it be possible? Am I really that crazy? If I am, oh well. But the numbers don't lie. The numbers don't lie. Let me repeat this again. The birth rate has been below replacement level since 1971. I was born in 1972. So that was 53 years ago. We've been steadily declining the birth rate. We ain't having babies at a fast enough pace to replace the following generation or the previous generation. Each generation is getting less and less and less. So at some point in time, it won't even be no babies on the planet. No babies. Everybody will be grown or like a teenager or something. It won't be no babies. No babies. Just imagine that. All adults or teenagers or what have you. The youngest will be 10 years old. Maybe 15 or 20. Who knows? I'm just, thinking. Could it happen? I say yes. I believe mankind is headed for extinction. If we don't reverse course, if we don't fix this bullshit, we will no longer exist. Earth, life, has a way of correcting itself. If we don't want to live according to the rules of life, we won't be here. Life will bring something else to replace us, as we replace the dinosaurs. If we don't do what we're supposed to do and continue on reproducing, doing what we're supposed to do, we will be replaced. Life will go on. Life don't have to have us. We have to have life. Life don't need man. Man needs life. If man don't want to abide by the rules of life, man will be replaced. On to the next one. Get it? Got it? Good. Bye.